Okay, so good morning trainees. Okay, so welcome to our Skills Training Center at Lubunga High School. Okay, so our training center is accredited by TESDA, which provides knowledge and skills for employment, and you are enrolled in the course of Food and Beverage Services NC2. Okay, so by the way, I'm Fina de Modina, your trainer for Food and Beverage Services NC2. Okay, so before we proceed to the orientation proper, okay, I have here an attendance sheet. Okay, so please sign and pass. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so here in our Skills Training Center, we offer the following courses. We have dressmaking NC2, housekeeping NC2, and of course, your qualification is Food and Beverage Services NC2. Okay, so before we go to the orientation, I will give you an overview about CBT. Okay, so what is CBT? CBT is an approach to vocational education and training that places emphasis on what a person can do in the workplace as a result of completing program of training. So, in other words, CBT aims to teach the client to be her own therapist and relapse prevention. In other words, they must be successful at the task they are given to complete that unit of work. Okay, so there are 4 dimensions of competency. Okay, so we have the task skills, the task management skills, contingency management skills, and the job role environment skills. Okay, so there are 10 principles of CBT. Okay, so we have learning is based on the curriculum, competency-based curriculum. Learning is modular in its structure. Training delivery is individualized and self-paced. Training is based on work that must be performed. Training materials are directly related to the competency standard and the curriculum. Assessment of learner is based on the collection of evidences of work. Training is based on and off the job components and off the job components. The system allows recognition of prior learning. Training allows for multiple entry and exit. And lastly, approved training programs are nationally accredited. Okay, so what is my role as a trainer? Okay, so my role as a trainer is stimulates trainees' motivation. It diagnoses and solves learning problems and evaluates students' achievement. Then, of course, your role as a trainee. Okay, so trainees learn at their own rate within program guidelines. Trainees compete against pre-job standards and not against other students. And trainees move freely in the workshop, laboratory, and or training center. Okay, so the concept, and to be familiarized with the institution, here is a map showing the different department or working area and working area. Okay, so we have the computer laboratory, the learning resource area, contextual learning area, trainers resources area, quality control area or distance learning area, the support service area, practical work area, and institutional assessment area. Okay, so of course, our core competencies in these qualifications is we have the following: prepare the dining room restaurant area for service, welcome guests and take food and beverage orders, promote food and beverage products, provide food and beverage products, provide room service, and receive and handle guest concerns. Okay, so now I am going to conduct a pre-assessment. Okay, so the purpose of this is to determine your learning styles, prior learning, and training needs. Okay, so I have here on data gathering tools or okay, so get one impasse. And self-assessment check, get one impasse. And your written test, get one impasse. Okay, so trainees, I will give you 30 minutes to answer the sheets, data gathering, self-assessment, and the written test. Okay, so after that, then I will give you feedbacking. Okay, so are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Discuss. Ayan. Okay, so good morning, trainees. Okay, so I have already checked your pre-assessment and good to know that it has a good result. Okay, so for you, Miss Salina, okay, so according to your pre-assessment, you are a visual learner. Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you are employed as clerk in hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you apply for training in FPS and C2?
Para makapagtrabaho abroad.
Okay, so good decision. Okay, so since wala ka pang idea about this course, I would like you to go to Learning Resource Area and read CVLM. This will guide you through the information sheet number 2.1.2 in welcoming and greeting guests. Then after reading all the CVLM, answer self-check 2.1.2. Okay, so please proceed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so and you, Miss Danica. Okay, so according to your pre-assessment, you are a kinesthetic learner, right? Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have checked all the competency in the self-assessment check. The result of your pre-test are very high and you have working experience in doing as a server, right? Okay, so kindly submit your certificate of employment to validate your prior knowledge. Okay, so hold on for a second and I will just validate your employment. Okay, so hello ma'am. Yes. Okay, so is Miss Danica currently employed as a waitress in your company? Okay, so thank you ma'am. Okay, so I already validated your employment record as proof of and as proof of your knowledge in this qualification. Gusto mo ba mag-undergo ng institutional assessment or mag-undergo ng training?
Mag-institutional assessment na, ma'am.
Okay, so Miss, I will schedule institutional assessment on April 5. Please prepare yourself and bring your PPE. See you on April 5. But, proceed ka muna sa practical area. Okay, so to check if your knowledge is still or your skills is still intact. Okay, so proceed. Okay, so Miss Danica, this is our practical area. This is where our trainees gets distinctive and area of knowledge is expertise developed. Okay, so before performing a task in this area, you need to observe safety measures. So PPE are worn in accordance with the SOP standard operating procedures. Wet surface is spot and work area is white. Okay, so is that clear?
Yes,
I mean, now get your PPE. So Miss Danica, okay, so before, here is the specific instruction before we go to the proper demonstration. Okay, so I will be given an access, tools, materials, and equipment in welcoming and taking food and beverage orders. So given the standards in receptionist and dining area, participants should be able to demonstrate the proper welcoming, greeting and seating procedure as well as taking food and beverage orders per hotel and restaurant policies. So participants should complete all tasks within 1 hour. Okay, so is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so at first I am going to show you on how to welcome and greet guests. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so upon the arrival of the guests, okay, so first check all the necessary tools and equipment needed for the welcoming and greeting guests. Okay, so assuming that the guest is arriving, okay, so the receptionist will go in front of the guest, and okay, so assuming that I am the receptionist, so good morning, ma'am, welcome to Molina de Cafe, table for how many? Okay, so the guest will say that I have a reservation, and so the receptionist will ask, under whose name, ma'am? Okay, so under Miss Akupan. Okay, so the guest said, and so the receptionist will check the reservation, go to the receptionist area and check it in the logbook. Okay, so and so then, okay, so assuming that this is the logbook, okay, so then, okay, so Miss Akupan, okay, so you have a reservation. Okay, you reserve table for 1 at 9 o'clock AM today. So we prepare a nice table for you. This way, please. Okay, so then you're going to assist the guest, okay, ahead of the guest, but never leave the guest. Miss Danica, okay, Miss Danica, it's your turn to perform how to welcome and greet guests. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Good morning, welcome to Molina de Cafe. Table for how many?
Okay. Okay, so Miss Danica, so in your performance, okay, so you perform well and you still have knowledge on in this qualification. So I will give you an assignment and for your institutional assessment, and please be back on April 5. Okay, so thank you. So this is our practical area. This is where our trainees distinctive area of knowledge and expertise develop. Okay, so before performing the task, okay, so please observe safety measures, wear your PPE, and which surface in the spot and work area is white. Okay, so is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, get your PPE. Miss Benito, are you ready to perform the proper way of welcoming and greet guests?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so at first I will show you on how to perform how to welcome and greet guests. Okay. Okay, so please observe. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to Molina de Cafe. Table for how many? Okay, so assuming that I am the guest, I have a reservation. Under whose name, ma'am? Okay, under Miss Akupan. Ano yan? Okay, so
Edit mo na lang, ah.
okay, so Miss Benito, now it's your turn to perform welcoming and greetings.
Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to Molina's Cafe. Table for how many, ma'am?
Okay, so sit down. Okay, so Miss Dinito.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so based on your performance, all criteria are satisfactory performed. You may now take your institutional assessment. So, Miss Dinito, okay, so